All right, so I'm just listening to Respect that freaking horse's channel. I didn't want to do a live stream this late, but I feel like I need to address this because this is quite serious allegations they're making against me, saying that I'm grooming Rashma Akhtar, that I'm doing this, that I've got malicious intent. Let me just clarify something. Maybe you guys, yeah, you degenerates don't understand that I just see her as a nice person, as an individual who's a lovely person. That's it. I have no agenda. I've never tried to manipulate her. I don't talk about Islam with her or anything. And so on the channel now, that fat roly-poly pubeless prick uh, is trying to insinuate that I am actually trying to manipulate her and mocking her. Show me one video, one comment that I'm mocking her. Before you start bringing out all these allegations, I want to see proof. I'm going to be listening for a minute, so if I'm a bit silent, I'm just on the other channel just listening. She... Big up to Dan. I've seen your message. I don't go on Raspek's channel. Um, the reason being is because a bit like Jerry Springer, I like to watch Jerry Springer, but I don't want to go on Jerry Springer. So I'm not going to be going to be going on that bullshit channel to give him clout. I'd rather address it tomorrow. What I was going to do tomorrow anyway at Speaker's Corner was to address this anyway. I was going to address the bullying and violent threats against Rashma and a couple of other people, especially females online. I big up Raindrop. Sam M's in there. Why are you not asleep? Oh my God. They're talking about, oh, if she goes to the Muslim side, that she's going to be more famous. And now this guy, that fat roly-poly Amaraz, who has been abusing and threatening her for the last couple of weeks, is now being all nicey. All right. So yeah, basically, tomorrow when I go Speaker's Corner, I will be addressing this head on, because the thing is that I've constantly said that Rashma is being bullied by these people. Yeah. Now with Mr. Amaraz, that fat roly-poly, he's been bullying her for the last couple of weeks. Real TV and a couple of other people. I don't care if she's Muslim. I don't care if you're Christian. I don't care if you're Sikh or whatever. She's a female and she's a nice lady. Yeah. So when you have these individuals saying, "Oh, Raj, you got malicious intent," Show me. Show me the receipts. Show me the receipts. There's not a single comment I've made where I'm trying to manipulate her or trying to make her do something that is beneficial to me. So this grooming allegation is pretty much retarded and debunked anyway. Let me just. Right, so let me just read a couple of comments. I'll big up to JK. He's still not been captured by ISIS yet, so he's still all right. So I will be definitely going Speaker's Corner tomorrow. I was 50-50, but it's a nice day tomorrow, and I might as well go down there and kind of address this head on as well. All right. So hopefully, if you're talking about people exploiting Rasthma Akhtar, is these guys on that channel. They're exploiting her, not me. You cannot find a single comment or a single video or anything of me trying to manipulate Rasthma Akhtar. She said something very, very, very important. She said that when she first went Speaker's Corner, she was being abused by other people, and that one of the very few people that showed her respect, guess who it was? Guess who it was? Me. I didn't show her respect because I was trying to butter her up or be whatever or trying to manipulate her. I saw that she was a very nice person who was a genuine person, and I can relate to people like that. I don't care what your particular ideology is per se, if I can relate to you on an individual level. So they don't like hearing that Raj isn't this goddamn monster that just judges people on religion, because I judge you as an individual, and if your religion starts freaking encroaching on my particular kind of way of life, then yeah, I might have a bit of a problem with it. Let me just quickly just go through a couple of the thingies. Manny Singh, Artie Sparrow, Temasuna, Moches Red, Analyze Dunia, Babi Yaga, Colin Aliwai. When they were showing the comment, it had Colin going, "I love Raj." Oh, what a terrible screenshot to have. Heard you got kicked out of respect. How can I get kicked out of respect, you little prick, you little turd, you excrement on my foot, you little freaking, I was about to swear at you. How can I get kicked off a panel if I wasn't on there, you little prick? Asketi Klein, whatever your goddamn name is. Analyze Dunia, Ishant. They're not posters, dude. They're drawings. They're my drawings behind me. Oh, I'm playing chess, you're playing Connect 4 is coming along. I said something here that I'm going to go to the next level in terms of my drawing. It's covered with tracing paper, but I am now Raj 7.0, the artist as well. These drawings are bullshit from now on. This is the new level, because when I put my mind to something and I concentrate, yeah, trust me, I can freaking create masterpieces, but I've got to concentrate. I can't freaking do it with freaking 50 live streams going at the same time. Big up Sam M, Aurora Dawn, Analyze Dunia, Judge During Executioner, Raindrop. Raindrop, you're a good troll now. Let me say though, Raindrop, you're good at trolling now. I'm going to say, you've got it down to a T. I'm not going to lie. TOT, Raindrop, Auto, Set MM, just go back. Aurora Dawn, JK. Yeah, I know it's out of sync because my bloody, it's night time. Thingy. I would be. Oh, Takia, what's it? You like me? Yeah. So tomorrow, I'm gonna be honest with you. Tomorrow, I was gonna sort of address this anyway about Mr. Amaraz, a guy called Real TV, who have made some of the most vile threats towards Rasthma Akhtar and Zabida and them lot. Now, take out the fact that they're Muslim, and just look at the fact that they're just females, young female women, and the amount of threats I've read against these two individuals, like, we're going to come down Speaker's Corner to knock you out. Mr. Fat Roly-Poly, that pubulous prick, Mr. Amaraz, has said to Zabida on the live chat, he's going to come down Speaker's Corner and knock her out in front of her husband. Yeah, I've seen comments by him saying that he's going to he's going to do something to Rashma. I've seen other people threaten. That's cool though. Yeah, that's cool. Just because I'm nice to Rashma, I am now trying to manipulate her. I want you to give me freaking proof. Yeah, give me proof. Bring the receipts out, because you're not going to find a single thing. Because I have never, ever spoken to Rashma about anything political. The conversations I have with Raspa is, hiya, how you doing? I treat her how I would want to treat myself, as a human being. And that's it. We get along in terms of the fact that she's a lovely person. Yeah. That's not, if you think that's me mocking someone and manipulating someone, then you're freaking deranged. You're deranged. Yeah. If I'm being nice to somebody and I'm respect that person and I'm not getting nothing in return, that's not me manipulating that person. I'm just doing it because I like that person. Maybe your brain, respect, Mr. Horsey, and all of the rest of the people in that goddamn panel, think that, you know, whatever you do is for ulterior motives, malicious and maniacal material motives. So if you're nice to someone, you want something out of it. That's not the way I work. Yeah, I don't work like that. There is another thing that what people don't realize. The reason why me and Rasthma connected was because of the depression situation. What people don't, I don't want to say too much because this is for Rashma to really speak about. The reason why Rashma gravitated towards me is not because of my views about anything else. She gravitated towards me because I was one of the very few people at Speaker's Corner that openly spoke about depression and my battle with depression and how I overcame those suicidal negative thoughts. That's why she gravitated towards me. Yeah. And one thing that people need to understand is that even if you dislike each other on a ideological basis, when you've suffered with depression, a lot of the barriers that you have between yourselves go. Like me and that little wizard, Oz, big up to Oz, little Harry Potter. Him and me, yeah, ideologically do not agree, but we have one thing in common. We suffered from severe depression and suicidal tendencies for a long time, and we've kind of battled it and gone through it. So when you're looking at Rashma Akhtar, the reason why she gravitated towards me is not because she likes me on a kind of political reason, was because she used to say, Raj, I like the fact that you talk about depression. Can we talk about depression? That was one of the things that when she came Speaker's Corner, she came to me and said, Raj, I like the fact that you talk about depression. Yeah. So get your freaking head out your own goddamn ass and start to realize not everybody is like you. Not everybody is malicious. Not everybody does things because they have some kind of malicious or kind of maniacal ulterior motive because they want to get something out of somebody. Only thing I get from Rashma is that I do find it a little bit humorous sometimes. And I do think that, you know, from her, she can be very straightforward, even criticizing her own community, which I think is a good thing. I criticize the Sikh community. Why is she being lambasted for saying that these guys that are at Speaker's Corner surrounding me were an embarrassment to the Muslim community? Yeah, they were an embarrassment. They were standing there like the Shirk Brigade that they are, because there is such a thing now as a Shirk Brigade. Yeah, there's whole groups of brigades of Shirkists, yeah, doing Shirk attacks on you, and these people are an embarrassment. Yeah, and so when a Muslim is criticizing these people for their bad behavior, does that mean she's supporting me? No, it's not. What she's doing is just being fair and saying that these individuals are behaving badly and making my people look bad. I would do the exact same thing if there were Sikhs surrounding a Muslim, barraging him with bullshit. Yeah, yeah. I would do the exact same thing. I would write on the Sikhs, you're embarrassing yourselves. Yeah, you're embarrassing yourself. So they show that comment as though that comment is some kind of freaking, I don't know, endorsement of me. Whereas In fact, it's not an endorsement of me, but a condemnation of the Muslims' actions. If you critique those guys, that 3 or 4 guys that were going pigeon at me, doing this and doing that, if you're critiquing them and saying they're behaving badly, that doesn't mean you support me. Maybe your IQ is through the gutter. That's why you can't understand the concept of critiquing someone and not necessarily supporting someone else when you're critiquing someone else. Yeah, it's much more nuanced than that. She can disagree with me on a lot of things, but if she's saying that she doesn't like the way these guys are treating me and harassing me, that's fair play. I respect her for saying that. Not like most of you freaking sheep. You can't freaking, well, you know, get your freaking head at your own backside to kind of critique anybody. So I'm not sure. Let me just double check if they're still freaking. Let me have a look. So the thing is, Mr. Amaraz put his camera back on today, yeah, and you're a fat, roly-poly, cake-eating piece of excrement, human excrement. That's what you're using these ladies left, right, and center, threatening, and then you're calling me the enemy, that I'm the person that is being bad to Rasthma. You're bullying her. Let me tell you something now, yeah. They are bullying her, yeah. They are bullying her into thinking, into trying to manipulate her into thinking that I am now somebody that is manipulating her. You guys are bullies. Full stop. And I'm going to say something. Big up to Rasthma Akhtar, yeah, for standing her goddamn ground. I've got to give her some freaking points for that, man. And so I'm going to give her points for that. But they are trying to bully her into now thinking that I am trying to manipulate her, which is a complete lie. Yeah, which is a complete lie. Using the word grooming, yeah, and me in the same freaking sentence is very disrespectful. Before you start saying grooming, you fat prick, Mr. Amaraz, sort your goddamn community out, who is going around the whole goddamn UK raping and freaking abusing girls en masse. Don't freaking tell me that I'm grooming Rasthma. Your people are grooming Sikh girls, white girls, Hindu girls, and all those goddamn shit. Sort them out before you start freaking stucking stones at me at glass houses, because that's what your community is doing. I'm not grooming no one. All I'm doing is freaking treating people how I want to be treated. And if Rasthma Akhtar is nice to me, I'm going to be nice back to her. I'm going to say something, yeah. One thing that I find quite shocking is how Muslim men treat Muslim women. And I'm going to say that straight here. And Muslim men, if you look at the comments against Zabida, Sia, at Rasthma, and all of these, most of the comments here that are abusive are not from non-Muslims. Are not from non-Muslims. They're from Muslims abusing their own women. Yeah, abusing their own women. Threats of violence, threats of this, threats of that. Yeah, and then you're telling people. One thing I can't stand is that you have people going, "Oh, wow, Raj, when you're talking about the hijab and the burqa, your Muslim sisters are with hijabs are getting beaten up on the street. Oh, Raj, when you say that Muslim sisters are going to get attacked." Listen here, you little pricks. What about when you actually threaten your own Muslim sisters? What about that? This is a hypocrisy. They accuse me of, if I talk about a particular matter like the burqa, that I'm going to instigate violence somehow by talking about it. But they actually say violence. They actually threaten violence. Sophia Lewis is in the house as well. And so Sophia Lewis was spoken about a lot as well. And the slander against Sophia Lewis was just as bad. Sophia Lewis, if she wanted to, let me just say something. If Sophia wanted to, yeah, manipulate Rasthma Akhtar, she could have. Let me just say that. If she wanted to, yeah, but she hasn't. But if she wanted to, She had every opportunity to do it. But we're not like that. We're not going to start freaking manipulating a lovely young lady like Rasthma, not like you degenerates who are bringing her onto a panel, and then what you're doing is manipulating her and bullying her. And what you're going to do, you're going to feel ashamed of yourself when you meet her. Because I'm going to say something here. One thing about Rasthma Actor is that when you meet her in real life, yeah, she is one of the most nicest people in the world. I know she swears a lot, but she's one of the nicest people you're ever going to meet. This is why when I met her for the first second, I knew she was a genuinely nice person, and I treated her with the utmost respect. Not like her own Muslim brothers, yeah, who from her account were rude to her and were bad to her, yeah. Instead of praising me for that, they're trying to manipulate it now and say, well, Raj was being nice to you because he wanted something. Raj is being nice to you because he was manipulating you. Yeah? Not, oh, wow, big up Raj. Yeah, yeah, well done, Raj, for treating this Muslim sister with such politeness, yeah, and being so nice to her. And boo to the Muslim brothers for being so goddamn rude to them, yeah? So this is a thing. So you can see how they try to manipulate something that was a positive, yeah, for me, showing that I am somebody. Let me say something to you. I don't care if you're Sikh, I don't care if you're white, I don't care if you're black, a Chinese person, a goddamn Argentinian, a bloody Martian, Yakub, that freaking lunatic with a big head, that bloody, I don't know, some kind of freaking Thor, whatever, well, whoever you are, yeah, I don't give a shit. If you're a prick, yeah, you're gonna get the wrath. And if you're a nice person, I'm gonna be nice to you. It's as simple as that. It's not rocket science. I don't judge you according to your religion. Some of my people that I like a lot at Speaker's Corner are actually Muslims, and actually some of them are Salafis. And the reason I like them, oh, Pakistanis as well. What reason I like them is because they're good people, not their ideology. Obviously, when I think about their ideology, I feel like flying kicking them, but not literally, metaphorically. So for me, when Romy Tomlinson's there, bloody that little lunatic. He's too famous now. I'm not going to mention his name. We don't need me to mention his name. You're too famous. You'll be in the BBC. Colin. So yeah, Salafis as well. I'm sorry, I've met some good Salafis. Maybe they're lying to me doing takia, but on a personal basis, in terms of talking to them, I get on with them. Yeah, I don't have to agree with their particular ideology, but I can still talk to them as a person because they're still human beings, even though some of their beliefs are a little bit, for me, is a little bit odd. Let's just say. Yeah. So Jacob Connor, Raj is consistent. Yeah. I have never. All right, I'm going to give you an example of the way I work here. I'm going to say something. I'm going to bring someone's name into this year, and reason I'm going to bring that person's name into it is because I want to show you how I conduct myself when it comes to females. Yeah, Betty. Now, Betty and me were very close. We fell out. Now, people have tried their best to get me to say negative things about Betty. Or they'll be asked, oh, what's your thoughts on Betty? I say, I've got no issue with Betty, even though I have. And the reason I do that is because I don't like fighting females in that way. It was a man, I'd be freaking gunning. And so I do treat females very differently when it comes to when I got a situation with them. I'll either talk to them privately, but I won't go around backbiting them left, right, and center unless they're like constantly at me. Like, you know, even with that young girl, the one with, hiya dad, are you Muslim yet? Hiya dad, are you Muslim yet? Even with that, I kind of mocked her rather than being malicious towards her. Even though she was saying some rancid stuff about me, yeah, and lying about me left, right, and center. So even with her, I did it in a jokey way. The only person that I have actually gone vitriolic with is that Sosa the Savage, because obviously she said that, oh, Rod, your mum should have aborted you when you was a baby. So, oh, yeah, so Rasthma actors in the thingy. I want to talk to Rasthma tomorrow. Um, let me say something to you, Rasthma. For your own sake, I'm going to say this as somebody that cares for you. And I'm going to say this as somebody that doesn't want you to get any headache. Keep your distance from me, Rasthma. And I've said this to you before. I actually said this to her last time. And what people don't realize, a couple of weeks ago, when I had a couple of months ago, I had quite a few problems. And when I went to Speaker's Corner, this was after the Christchurch attack, you know, the Christchurch terrorist attack. And there was a lot of heated kind of people, a lot of heated people. And I didn't want Rasthma to be associated. So when Rasthma come over, she can vouch for this. I said, Rasthma, don't be near me, because if you're too near me, you're going to get the negativity. They're going to start saying you support Raj. Because let me say something to you, yeah? Rasthma does not support me. Let me tell you something. Let me repeat again. Rasthma does not support me in any way, because me and Rasthma have never spoken about anything political. The only thing I've spoken to Rasthma about is about depression. That's it. Yeah. Me and Rasthma, we talk about depression. This is why when you have two people that have suffered depression, they can connect. Yeah. Rasthma has had problems with depression. I've had problems with depression. And so this is why when she met me at Speaker's Corner, we spoke about depression. That's all we've ever spoken about. I've never spoken to her about Islam, never spoken to her about anything else. So this particular kind of lie that I'm manipulating her is rubbish. And if you think I can manipulate Rasthma, then you really think lowly of her. You must think very low of her. The people that are trying to manipulate her are the people that have been abusing her and bullying her for the last couple of weeks. They're now trying to say I'm trying to manipulate her and trying to I've got underhand tactics. All I want here is for Rasthma Akhtar to be somebody that can go to Speaker's Corner and be able to speak and not be abused. That's it. Is that a lot to ask for? Why is it when Muslim women go to Speaker's Corner, they get so much abuse from the Muslim community? Zubaydah, Rasthma, I think even that lady in the vow, I think all these people here, they get abused for coming to Speaker's Corner. And that is not right. I'm going to cut this short. I will be going back to speak. I will be at Speaker's Corner tomorrow. I'm going to give Rasthma the opportunity. I'm not going to say I will, but if she wants to speak and discuss this situation, because I want to clarify a few things myself personally about this. I'm grooming and manipulating Rasthma Akhtar when I have only been polite and totally respectful, unless she starts becoming very respectful towards me. Yeah. Are you coming there in October, baby? You ain't your nasty witch or anything, but you know you do witchcraft. Yeah, Baby Yaga. Yeah, we're gonna have a Baby Yaga. Like, let's get a cauldron. You know what we'll do, Sophia? We'll get a cauldron, and we'll be the little witches around the cauldron. Let's do that at Speaker's Corner. Yeah, we'll get a cauldron at Speaker's Corner. It's gonna be cold as well. I'm gonna have to go anyway now. It's been 30 minutes. I will be at Speaker's Corner tomorrow. I'm not sure what time. I'm not gonna be letting this slide. I'll tell you that straight now. Yeah, don't start making allegations against me, you fat prick, you roly-poly Amaras. When you've been threatening your Muslim sisters left, right, and center, and been calling their mums out, been calling their families out, being so disrespectful, and then you're telling me that I'm the one who's being disrespectful to Rasthma. You need to sort yourself out, you fat prick, and stop eating cakes. Anyway, I'm off anyway. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh no, that Mohin Khan's going to be at the park. Oh my God, he better not be at the park. I can't take him. I can't take him. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, everyone, let me just quickly read a couple of comments. Let me see what's been said. Crimes of Britons in their house. Oh my God, what is he doing here? Oh, I thought he'd be in the moaning about the British somewhere. You know, that's all he ever does. Toxic headshot, Utopia, Cubes. Was that Cube? Oh yeah, I mentioned Cube before. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, see, which we don't go on that line. Anyway, so yeah, it's a rod, and so yeah, do what you want, Wanksy style, live piss stream, whatever. You know, you're gonna do it anyway. If you want to do that, do it. I'll send you an email of one of my pictures when I was really fat, so you can I don't know, ejaculate a bit more. Rains up, kind of. TNT, Toxic Angels, you're a great person, but I'm not. I'm a terrible person. And the thing is, don't get this wrong. I'm a very. I think I can be an okay guy sometimes, but I have got my own very bad habits that infuriate people. Let's just say you don't want to live with me. I think that's what all I have to say. If you live with me, you'll end up hating me. Is he dead tomorrow, Moin Khan? Oh, he's not coming. Thank God for that. I was stressed. I was actually stressed out that Moin Khan was coming. I don't know why, because I knew that I'd have to control myself and not be rude to him, because I'm trying to be a nicer person. And it's very hard with Moin Khan because his face is so goddamn punchable. Like, you know, he's got one of those faces you just want to kind of, like, you know, flying kick with a freaking somersault kick. So it's hard. It's hard to control yourself. Yeah, I will check my. I've already got the email here to Dan. Oh, Dan, yeah, Dan, I'm gonna send it soon, mate. Yeah, I'll send it down to the pub, mate. All right. Yeah, we'll go out, man. We'll go out, my mate. Yeah, we'll bust a nut. Not together though. We'll do it separately. All right. Okay, I better go now. I think that's enough. All right. Yeah, you'll see me tomorrow for definite now. Yeah, Rasthma, let me say something. I'm gonna have to clarify this tomorrow, because I'm not having people saying that I am grooming you, that I'm manipulating you, that I'm doing this and I'm doing that. It's completely false and totally slanderous. So I don't like when people try and use good people to get at me. Like, she's a nice person, so I don't want her to be manipulated in that way by this fat roly-poly Amaraz and that horse. Obviously, the horse will be ridden again. He might do 15 laps tomorrow. God knows. I don't know how many laps he's going to do before he faints. Anyway, take care.